Welcome to News Now. I am Perpetua Fasami Peter. We're beginning on Oyo State. Oyo State Governor Makinde on Tuesday sympathized with traders who lost property in last Thursday's petrol tanker fire, which rocked Apata area of Ibadan. Governor Makinde, who led top government officials to inspect the scene of the fire disaster, said that his administration will immediately release the sum of 10 million naira to cushion the effect of the Inferno. Makinde, in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary Taiwo Adisa, said the palliative would provide immediate succor to the victims. The leadership of the Nigeria Immigration Service (NIS) has restated its firm resolve toward ensuring more productivity and efficiency in the line of duty. Wife of the Comptroller General for the agency, Miriam Jerry, gave this assurance in Ibadan during the commissioning of a creche for infants of staff members, which she says would solidify the bond between mother and child and, in addition, ensure work effectiveness. In the same vein, wife of the Oyo State Controller of the Immigration Service, Bilikisu Dan Suleiman, promised to do more to enhance the welfare of wives of immigration officials in the state.
I want to congratulate Imowa Oyo State Chapter for the joining of moving trade of having a creche. It is paramount for mothers at work, a creche in between workplace offers emotional and security balance.
Today is a memorable day of the official commissioner of Taiwo Adisa in the Idris Baby Care Center, as it will now afford our nursing mothers opportunity to have their babies closer to their place of work and give adequate attention to them when necessary.
The building of Imowa Creche in Oyo State has so many benefits. One of it is the security of our kids, knowing that our children are in a very secured environment. It also creates a bond between mother and daughter. And here again, it helps to increase and enhance productivity in the service.
The Central Criminal Court London, also known as Old Bailey, has again denied bail to former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu. In a pre-trial hearing on Tuesday, the court gave its verdict denying the bail on the grounds that he was a flight risk. It was learned that the court cited a letter and assets for future proceedings against the senator by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. His defense argued that a guarantee to produce him should he pose a flight risk was given, and that the Nigeria High Commission in the UK had equally given the option of tagging Ekweremadu electronically to monitor his movement. However, the prosecution insisted that Ekweremadu was a flight risk, contending that as a holder of international passport from 2 other countries, the lawmaker could escape to any of the other countries aside from Nigeria. The Taraba State House of Assembly on Wednesday elected Kizito Bonzina as a new speaker during the emergency sitting of the House. The election of Bonzina from Zing State constituency followed the resignation of the former speaker, Honorable Joseph Albasu Kunini. The letter of resignation of the former speaker was read by the deputy speaker, Honorable Hamam Adama of Dhaka State constituency. Adama, who presided over the emergency meeting, called for the nomination of the new speaker, and members unanimously nominated and elected Bonzina as the new speaker. Kunini's last official function was on Monday when he presented the 2023 budget to the governor, Darius Ishaku, for his assent. The political realignment that saw the former speaker resign his position is not yet clear. Nigerians residing in Lagos State have expressed concern over the high cost of transportation to other parts of the country during this year's Christmas celebration. iBrandTV visited sold parks within the nation's commercial city and reports that prices have skyrocketed.
At the various transport companies and parks visited, mostly around the Yanukbajo area of Lagos State, it was observed that passengers were trying to get buses going to their various destinations to celebrate Christmas with their loved ones. Some of the passengers who expressed displeasure on hike and the transportation said places they were paying as low as 12,000 naira last year, they are now paying between 18 and 20,000 naira.
It's the same thing, no different. Petrol price is high, so you should expect the transport fare to be high. Petrol is high, price is high, so you expect the fare to be high.
I think the price is okay compared to the season and the cost of fuel now in the country. I think it's okay, the fare is good.
There are more demands than the supply. So you can see a lot of people still on ground looking for how to transport to get them to their destination.
Today I can say it's fair. It's fair. I think compared to the fuel hike, we are having it 250 per liter and some other people 300, 350. It's still okay, it's fair.
Some park operators and drivers blamed the situation on the cost of petrol. They said a liter of petrol is between 270 naira and 300 naira.
Really, last year things were a bit harder than this year because people were afraid to travel, security challenges and economy. But this year, it seems the turn up this year is a bit encouraging than this time of last year.
We will be drivers say we are not happy because the way Nigeria they go, we are not happy. We need to beg official, the president and other senator, governor to assist us. Now, personally now, as me personally now, me if I be person, I don't go fit pay. Just when they pay 90,000 naira. How much is he going to spend? That's not my point. For and I would buy for it, and I don't blame them. For and I would buy for 250, 300, 270. This are when I think we will fight for president, new president. So help us bring it down. Start to motivate we youth to vote for them. I can't go with a discourage from them that should help us.
For last year, I think by this time last year, we have lots of passengers for this particular route mentioned, like Warri, basically most of the eastern routes and the south-south, which we cover. We had lots of passengers, but this year it has been relatively slow, especially Warri.
They said the year appears to be more difficult, especially with inflation prices on food items and livestock in various markets across the state. iBrandTV reporting for iBrandTV News.
The United Nations Security Council adopted a resolution on Tuesday relaxing the embargo on arms exports to the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, a decision hailed by Kinshasa as an injustice repaired. The resolution removes language that previously required countries to inform the Security Council and its 15 members of any sale of arms or military assistance to the DRC. Kinshasa has long deplored this requirement, saying it created an unnecessary bureaucratic obstacle in its fight against armed groups. The DRC has been under a UN arms embargo since 2000. The decision was made at a time in response to the extent of the violence in the Central African country. Earlier this year, the Security Council extended the sanctions regime but reduced the notification requirement for certain arms purchases. Kinshasa has since continued to push for a lifting of the restrictions as the DRC faces an upsurge in clashes with the M23 militia in the east. And on a foreign scene, hopes faded on Wednesday among relatives of Thai Marines still missing after their warship sank off the country's central coast, even as military-led rescue teams expanded their search area. Just one of a group of 30 missing seamen has been found alive after the HTMS Sukhothai went down late on Sunday when it was knocked over by 4-meter, that's 13 feet, waves and strong winds, and 6 other bodies have been retrieved. The U.S.-made corvette was carrying 105 military personnel, many of whom were rescued as or soon after it sank, while others had to abandon ship without life jackets and went missing in rough seas. The Navy and Air Force mobilized 5 planes, 6 helicopters, and at least 4 warships to find the missing sailors. The vessel sank about 20 nautical miles from the coast of Prachuap Khiri Khan province, and authorities on Wednesday expanded the search area to cover 40 square kilometers, that's about 15.4 square miles, Pongkrung said. The Navy said on Twitter that search efforts were focused on the area where others had been found on Tuesday. Families awaited news at rescue centers on shore, but some were already grieving as rescue teams flew in the recovered bodies. It's a wrap on news now. Many thanks for watching. I am Perpetua Fasami Peter.